Good evening, students, and a very warm welcome to you all. Career 360's webinar series on B schools and institutional focus. So, as part of that series, we are having today with us guests from the MDI Gurgaon, which is one of the leading B schools in the country and is ranked 13 by the NIR rankings 2022 for the management category. Located in Gurgaon, the institute has earned international accreditation for AACSB, Association of MBA from UK, and the South Asian Quality Assurance Systems. It also has partnerships with 80 B schools across the world. I have with me today Professor Sangeeta Bharadwaj, who is the Professor Information Management Area MDI, as well as Dean Graduate Programs and Area Lead Information Management. Professor Sangeeta is an MSc Maths, MMS, ME Systems and Information, and a PhD from Betslani. She is Dean Administration, Quality and Compliance and leads projects related to accreditation, national and international. She has also held position of Dean Executive Education and Chairperson Digital Infrastructure. She teaches courses in AI Intelligence and Machine Learning with the objective to prepare students to provide AI leadership in organizations. She also teaches business development in IT and Agile project management to prepare students to take up challenging consulting assignments in IT organizations. I also have with me Professor Kishore Kumar Gangwani, who's Assistant Professor Marketing and Faculty in Charge GP Admissions. He has participated in Wharton Global Faculty Development Program in 2021, which is hosted and led by the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. He's earned his doctorate in marketing from IIM Bangalore, and his current areas of research include consumer decision-making in PWYW pricing and cloud cognition, offloading consumer experience to digital memory, and customer mistreatment in service settings. He's a certified piping engineering professional from IIT Bombay and holds a Bachelor's of Engineering Mechanical from University of Rajasthan. Thank you, Professor Sangeeta. Thank you, Professor Kishore, for joining us today. I would request you to give us a small presentation on MDI Gurgaon and its programs, and then we can take the questions that are
there. Thank you, Prabha, for such a nice introduction. My name is Sangeeta Shah Bharadwaj, and as you told, I'm Dean Graduate Programs, and I also look at the admissions. Graduate programs have three main programs. They are 2-year programs for which candidates must be applying at present. So we have postgraduate diploma in management, postgraduate diploma in management, human resource management, and postgraduate diploma in management, international business. So I would be discussing about these three programs and also about our core values, mission and vision, about our admission process, about something which the candidates are really interested in the placement process, and the highlights of all these programs. So if you allow, I will start with a small presentation, and after that, I will address the questions. Welcome once again to the presentation by MDI. I will start with our core values. These are the core values which we inculcate in our mission and vision also. And we not only believe in just writing on the notice board or in the brochure our core values, but we believe in adhering to them throughout our time when we are teaching our students, when we are working, and we really believe in these core values. Accountability, empathy, transparency, inclusion, and trust. These are our core values. About 3 years back, MDI carried out an exercise of redefining the vision and aligning the vision with the challenging and uncertain environment in today's time. And hence, our vision reads as, we aim to be globally recognized management school through academic excellence and continuous innovation to nurture responsible leaders for creating sustainable alternatives. Aligned with our vision is our mission, that we want to become globally recognized management school with international and national recognition through knowledge development, enhance academic excellence in research, consulting, training, teaching with cutting-edge resources, encourage continuous innovation, create and nurture socially responsible leaders, and promote sustainable alternatives in decision making. And I'm going to, align and tell you how we are aligning with our vision and mission. Candidates, this year we are celebrating our 50th year. MDI was set up in 1972. We are that old organization. And you are interested in 3 main programs. So I would just highlight that we started our 2-year flagship postgraduate diploma program in 1994. In 2004, we started the PG postgraduate diploma in HRM. And in 2006, we started the postgraduate diploma in management international business program. This program, PGP International Business, is conducted with ESCP Europe, France, and it's a 2-year program where students study 1 year in MDI Gurgaon and 1 year in ESCP Europe across its 4 or 5 campuses. Of course, we have national and international accreditation and several other milestones which are mentioned in this slide. But the 3 programs you are applying for at present, these are the timings when we started these programs. MDI is, all the programs at MDI are approved by AICTE, the regulator. We have accreditation by National Board of Accreditation. This is national accreditation. And we have AIU equivalence for our flagship programs and fellow program in management. What does it mean? It means that we offer postgraduate diploma in management, but we have MBA equivalence from AIU for these programs. That means that if you want to study abroad and if you want to show that you have a degree program, MBA program, you can carry that equivalence and you are eligible to pursue your higher studies. So we want to be known, to be globally recognized B schools, and hence we have gone for international accreditations. AACSB is US-based accreditation. AMBA is UK-based international accreditation. And you can see that we were the first management school in India which got AMBA accreditation in 2005. And then every 5 years or 6 years, we have to go for re-accreditation. And then SAQS accreditation we got in 2006, and re-accreditation in 2013 and 19. Another prestigious accreditation is by EQUIS, that is Europe International Accreditation, and we are working towards that. When you are EQUIS, ACSB and AMBA accredited world over, you are known as Triple Crown accredited institute, and the Triple Crown is EQUIS, ACSB and AMBA. National Institutional Ranking Framework, NIRF, by Ministry of Education, Government of India, has given us 13th rank in 2022. And of course, our rank has been between 10 to 15 over the last 5 years. It is supposed to be very high ranking. Only few IIMs, older IIMs, and couple of other B schools are higher than us. These rankings are available on website, and you can compare the positioning of MDI with other B schools. There are a lot of other rankings carried out by Business World, Business Standard, Business Today, and The Week. And we are consistently ranked among the top 10 B schools of India. And you can see that Business World ranks us 5th or 6th. These rankings come every year. Business Today ranks us 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and the week 8th and 9th. So we are consistently among the top 10 B schools of India. I'm proud to announce that last year we participated in international and global ranking. I told you that we want to be a globally recognized B school. So there is a global QS ranking. We were ranked 41 in Asia and between 200 to 250 globally. This was one breakthrough that we achieved this year, and we certainly hope to improve this ranking. Some of the other rankings I have already mentioned in my earlier slide. MDI is an integrated business school where there is emphasis on teaching, research, training for the corporate sector and consultancy. As I have already told you, our director, Professor Rajesh Chakravarti, is director at MDI Gurgaon. I am Dean Graduate Program, Sangeeta Shah Bharadwaj, and we have Professor Kishore, who is faculty in charge admissions. There are 3 programs, and we have 3 faculty in charge of these 3 programs, Professor Rajesh Singh, Professor Anil Anand Pathak, and Professor Parul Gupta. Once you become students of MDI, once you take admission and become students of MDI, these faculty in charge would be then directly interacting and looking after your stay in MDI and your academics in MDI during 2 years. We have Mr. Rakesh Sharma, who is Deputy Administrative Officer, Admissions Office, and Mr. Guru Prasad. Whenever you are calling our admissions office, these 2 persons are answering your queries, and you can anytime call them and get your queries resolved. Now something about admissions 23-25. At present, applications for postgraduate diploma in management, for postgraduate diploma in management, HRM and IB programs is open. I would like to reiterate that last date to apply for these programs is 25th November 2022 till 5 p.m. MDI has the history, we do not keep our applications open post this date and time. So please, it's a request to you, do not miss filling in the applications, because if you miss it, you will lose the opportunity for this year. Candidates appearing for CAT 2022 and with a valid GMAT score can apply. A lot of other details are definitely there on our MDI website. Applications, you can apply online through the link mdi.youkanapply.com. Eligibility for PGDM and HRM is graduation with at least 50% marks. The students who are at present appearing in their 3rd year or final year of graduation can also apply, because by June next year, they would be completing their graduation. However, they need to submit the proof of graduation by 1st of October next year. And almost all the students do get their graduation results by that time. There is the eligibility for postgraduate diploma in management in international business is slightly different. We require 4 years of bachelor degree with 50% marks and minimum 1 year of experience post your degree. So please understand that if you are a fresher, you will not be able to apply for PGDM international business. But you can apply for PGDM and PGDM HRM. The fees ranges in between 24 lakhs to 28 lakhs, though there may be some change, and hence I would not like to fix the fees here. Some very minor changes can be there because the fees is approved by the board and then only we are able to give you the correct fees. However, it would be around 24 lakhs. I would like to state here that for PGDM IB, in addition to these 28 lakhs fees, the students have to bear the cost of travel and boarding and lodging in Europe for 1 year, wherever they are going for, whichever campus they are going to study. So that cost is in addition to this fees. The tuition fees to be paid in ESCP is covered here, but travel, boarding and lodging is not covered. I would like to inform the participants that educational loans are given to participants. They are available from various banks and the list is available on MDI website. And if you are interested, you can always go and have a look at the list. These are the admission office contact details: 456055 and 456066. Our area code is 0124, that is for Gurgaon. The admissions office email ID is admissions@mdi.ac.in. I told you that Mr. Rakesh and Mr. Guru Prasad, they sit in the admissions office and they would be helping you with your queries. You can talk to some of your seniors. Student contact number of Mr. Kshitij Kumar is also given. You can talk to the students if you feel that you have to get some information from them. I would like to inform you that MDI gives merit cum need-based scholarship, and this scholarship is given to around 21 students of PGDM and PGDM HRM. Okay, 15 students of PGDM and 6 students of PGDM HRM. In this particular case, there is 100% tuition fees waiver. So suppose if the fees is 24 lakhs, the tuition fees comes out around 17 lakhs and it is 100% waived off. The rest of the amount is for your boarding, lodging, security deposit, alumni fees, reading material and all that you have to pay. The details of the fees is given on MDI website and you can go through it. This scholarship is given to students whose family income is less than equal to 8 lakhs per annum. And you have to produce a certificate for that. We can give 21 scholarships. However, this year we have given 20 scholarships based on who all have applied. The scholarships are given based on the merit that the admission office prepares, the way they prepare the merit for all other students. In addition to that, we also give merit cum means scholarship to students in second year based on their performance of first year, term-wise performance of first year. This scholarship is given to students of all the 3 programs, and we also have approximately 30 lakhs of scholarship is also given in addition to above 2. Of course, they are merit cum need-based scholarship, and one important organization that sponsors is Ghadi Detergent. I know many of you would be interested in knowing the placement scene at MDI. So a brief look into the placement. The highest salary offered last year was 1.14 crore. The average salary stood around 26.65 lakhs to PGDM and PGDM IB students and 23.80 lakhs for PGDM HRM program. The median salary stood at 23.5 lakhs. The average salary of top 10% batch, top 10% was around 46.3 lakhs. Top 25% was 37.9 lakhs. Top 50% was 32.2 lakhs. And when you take all 100%, it was 26.65 lakhs. There was participation from 87 recruiters, with 35 of them as first-time recruiters. Some of the major recruiters include Accenture Strategy, Aditya Birla Group, Amazon, Asian Paints, Atlassian, Deloitte, E&Y, Goldman Sachs, Google, ITC Limited, JP Morgan, Johnson & Johnson, KPMG, McKinsey & Company, Microsoft, Pidilite Industries, PwC, Reckitt, Reliance Industries, Tata Steel, among others. A brief understanding of the average salary and the maximum salary program-wise. I would like to tell you that, for example, PGDM average salary was 26.8, maximum was 49. 232 students were, they sat for placement. The batch size is 240. Some of the students, they go for entrepreneurship, their own venture, and some of them go for higher studies also. And hence, 100% placement was given to the students who wanted the placement from MDI. In HRM, it is like this: 23.8 is the average salary, 35.6 is the maximum salary. The HRM batch last year was 60 students, 58 of them were placed. In PGDM IB, the batch was 102, and they were placed. I just want to inform you that this year the batch size has increased. So PGDM has 300 seats, HRM has 120 seats, and IB has 120 seats. So batch size has increased. The other key highlights of our program, we have a strong alumni network and connect. We have more than an alumni network of more than 9,000 plus members spread across globe. The alumni is very actively involved in activities such as mentorship, career guidance, admissions, live projects, guest lectures, curriculum reviews, placement assistance, like that. We hold our regular alumni meet, national alumni meet, regional alumni meet, and Guftgu. We have a very well developed alumni portal, which we use to maintain the alumni database. I'm proud to inform you that MDI alumni is at very senior leadership position, as well as faculty in prestigious IITs and IIMs. Some of our illustrious alumni are Mr. Anurag Batra, who is Chairman and Editor-in-Chief, Business World; Mr. Vikas Bajaj, Managing Director, Bajaj Motors; Mr. Charu Mitra, Director, HR, PVH; Mr. Anil Sardana, Managing Director and CEO, Adani Transmission; Mr. Neeraj Biani, Mr. Tharian Chakko, Mr. Anand Narang, Mr. Amit Khanna, Mr. Durjoy Datta, and many more. The list is very long. Another important highlight of our program is that in PGDM and PGDM HRM, we offer student exchange program for one term. So this student exchange program is offered in the second year from October to December. Okay, so here there is no extra cost in terms of tuition fees However, the students have to bear the cost of travel and boarding and lodging for 3 months. We have partnership with more than 70 international and academic partners. And all these partners are, internationally accredited. ACSB, AMBA, and EQUIS. And it is a very diversified academic partnership. And they welcome our students for one-term exchange. And normally at one institute or one partner, some 2 to 3 students go, and hence we are always trying to build more partnerships so that we can give this opportunity of student exchange international program to large number of students. So this is how close to 100 students, sometimes even 200 students have gone on student exchange during the last many years. In 21-22, because of COVID, this number was less. We also have some students coming from Europe to MDI. The number is less, but still there are some students coming from Europe to MDI. You know that MDI is a 36-acre campus in the heart of Gurgaon. It's a lush green campus with very rich flora and fauna. So it's a fully residential campus, and all the students reside inside the campus. Some of the things which may be of interest to you is that we have lot indoor as well as outdoor sports facilities, we being a very big campus. So we have lots of store facilities. Along with these sports facilities, our students engage in variety of activities outside classroom. There are many functional clubs and cultural and other clubs where the students engage in. They get live projects from corporates which they complete. They otherwise also get live projects along with their studies. So students are working in live projects with the corporates. They are also working with NGOs. We ensure that they work with NGOs and understand the challenges that these people face. So we want to make our students responsible managers, and hence we give them variety of experience to understand and align themselves and be a responsible manager. We have a very good library at MDI. It is one of the best libraries in India, and I would also not hesitate to say that it is one of the best in Asia also. With the need of digital library, we have a very good digital library also, and we have subscription of e-books as well as e-journal subscription. All the students, faculty members, and are members of library. We also allow external members to become members of our library and get benefit of such a wonderful library that we have. We have very good otherwise physical infrastructure, including digital infrastructure, and all the softwares which are required in teaching in classes are there. Over the past 2-3 years, we are having a lot of simulation softwares also, which our students use. And that is how, we enrich the learnings in the class through cases, through simulations, and through softwares that we invest in. So this is all about our MDI digital infrastructure. So we have a beautiful physical infrastructure and digital infrastructure. I think this was what I wanted to inform you. However, if there are some questions, I will like to address them and answer your queries.
We will ask all the students for putting up the hands. Please use the hand button to put your hands up so that we can just start allowing the questions in. Thank you so much, Professor Sangeeta, for the presentation. It was quite insightful. Uh, my first question would be how does a student distinguish, if I have to take HR or a general one? Is there any parameter that you would like them to figure out?
Uh, so admission to PGPM and PGDBM HRM is the criteria is the same. Of course, it depends on the interest of student, because in PGDM we give a specialization in marketing, finance, operations, international operations, information management, and there is no specialization in HRM there. And for HRM we have separate program. So it depends on the interest of the students. Students can apply for both the programs if they right now do not know where is their interest. Depending on the merit, they will get admission in either of the programs. So I think if the participants are confused at this stage, through one application form, they can apply for both programs. And then later on, they can collect more information and then take a conscious decision.
So the specialization that one has to take, is it to be specified at the time of applying, or is it at a later stage?
I would like Rakesh to answer this question.
Sure, ma'am. In case somebody wants to apply for both the programs for PGDM HRM and PGDM General Management. So in PG HRM, we have, specialization in HRM. But for, PGDM program, in case somebody wants to specialize in marketing, so they will have to choose 5 elective courses in second year. So that depends upon, their choice of courses they opt for. In case we have dual specialization also. In case somebody wants to opt for 2 specializations like marketing and finance, so they have to take 5 courses in marketing and 5 elective in finance area. So altogether, one has to complete 14 elective courses altogether.
So I would just like to say that first year are our core courses, which are common, which all the students have to do. And from second year, they decide about their specialization in PGDM.
Okay. There is one question. One person has raised his hand, anonymous. I will ask you to unmute yourself and please ask the question. Yeah, hello. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I wanted to ask that while registration, we have been asked to give our certificates, attach our certificates for the extracurriculars and the co-curriculars. So it hasn't been provided by the college yet. So during the time of interview, will I be given the opportunity to produce the certificates at that time if I'm not able to attach it right now while filling the form? Because the
So
deadline is so close.
yes, you can bring your certificates during the time of interview, but it will depend on the panel whether they ask for it or they don't. If they ask for it, you can show.
So will it affect my selection like
No, it won't. It won't.
in the okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. The next question that we have from the students is like, what is the criteria for calling as well as final selection?
What is the
Criteria for the interview calling as well as the final selection?
Okay. So as you know that we follow strict merit and our shortlisting happens on CAT scores and sectional cutoffs. So I think Mr. Rakesh will give you the understanding of last year's sectional cutoff.
Last year sectional cutoff was 70 in each section, and overall minimum was 90. So I mean, this year, I mean, every year it depends upon the number of applications we got, and as decided by the admission committee in a meeting.
Okay. So one of the students has asked this question that why is there a requirement of work X for the international business when the PGDM does not have it or the other program does not have it?
So PGDBM International Business is a program where we collaborate with EACP Europe, and the students get 2 degrees. Students will get a degree from MDI and they will get a MIM degree from EACP Europe. And this is the requirement of EACP Europe. And hence, so that students can get 2 degrees and they can go and study at EACP Europe, France, we have to put this requirement.
So my next question comes that you also offer an online MBA. So who should actually opt for the online MBA? I mean, is there any specification to that?
So online MBA is our offering of, I would say, academic year 2002 to 23. This is our latest offering. We are going online this year itself. And there is a admissions criteria there also. There is a criteria for admission. And it is available to students, I think, who have 3 years of experience. I don't know exactly. I would not have all the details for that.
Okay. Just so
But Prabha, for
yes.
that, CAT is not a requirement.
Okay. Right. The programs have the accreditation from AACSB, Association of MBAs, yeah, and also the South Asian Quality Assurance. What are the major benefits? You did say in the presentation that working abroad is one of them. So are there any more benefits?
So the major benefits of international accreditations are that we are benchmarking our academic processes and our curriculum against the best schools globally. So if we aim to be a globally recognized business school, we cannot sit in our own world thinking we are the best. So we have to have a competitive environment and see to it that our teaching, learning processes are the best and are benchmarked. So these accreditation agencies help us identify that where we are good and where do we lag and how we can improve ourselves. So this is one of the benefits that we have got. It is something like auditing your programs and auditing your and it gives us an opportunity to improve and help us in continuous innovation. They do share some of the best practices, and we also share our best practices. So this helps us to learn from each other.
Okay. The MDI Gurgaon also has a summer internship. So I would like to ask you about some of the details for the summer internships. What is the duration?
Okay.
What kind of internships come across? Yes.
So the students, now I would just like to add that the students of postgraduate diploma in management and postgraduate diploma in human resource management have to do an 8 weeks of summer internship after they complete their first year. That means we have 3 terms in the first year and then 8 to 10 weeks of summer internship and then 3 terms of the second year. So all the students have to do summer internship, and students do get stipend during summer internship. Average stipend may be around 1.2 lakhs. Highest stipend may be around 3.5 lakhs. And minimum could be around 10,000 or even no stipend. So when students do summer internship, they work for 8 weeks or 10 weeks in a corporate setting, and they work closely with the management there. And how it helps them, if there are freshers, it helps them to understand how corporate works. Otherwise, they also build relationship and they show their capabilities. they demonstrate their capabilities, and then many of them are able to convert their summer internship into final placement.
Okay. MDI website also mentions centers of excellence. So could you talk about what these are and how students can use them?
So we have at present 3 centers of excellence. These centers are run by MDI faculty, and they are into cutting edge areas, research areas, and also they are aligned with our mission and vision. Students can, once you are student in MDI, you can participate or become members in these centers, and you have to work closely with the faculty members. However, I would also like to say that students have their own activities and clubs. There is an entrepreneurship cell also, where students interested in startups and all, they get an opportunity to interact with the entrepreneurs who have very recently started their ventures. So not only through centers of excellence, but through other activities, clubs, and student-led activities, students participate in them, which helps them in building their personality outside the classroom. And we pay equal importance to cultural activities, sports-related activities, competitive activities like quiz, case competition, debating, and all that. So this is very much required as per National Education Policy. Holistic development of students is required, and we are aware of it, and we emphasize on the same.
Okay. One student has posted a question that that he or she, I'm not very clear about it, but they've recently resigned from their job, and so they do not have the work experience certificate. Is it necessary to upload the work experience details now, or can I present them during my interview? That's what is the question.
Okay. So, see, you may have resigned now, but even if you have 1 month of work experience or 3 months of work experience, you have to give the starting date and end date, but please definitely write your work experience in the application. Do not leave it incomplete, because you will not be given an opportunity to write it later, and what you write in your application is the document that we have, and we do have certain marks for work experience, and if it is not written in application, you will not get those marks. Of course, you have to provide supporting documents.
Okay, so one of the other questions that has come is, are engineers the major students in the class, and what is the step taken to have more diversity in that area?
So it is right that we have a large percentage of engineers in our class, BTech and all. However, we have taken steps for gender diversity and academic diversity. And so in academic diversity, we give extra points to students who have commerce background, who have humanities and social science background, and who are from other academic backgrounds than engineering. And you know that for gender diversity, we give extra points to females. So that is how we are trying to address this particular situation.
My next question would be to Professor Rakesh Sharma. What is the minimum CAT percentile for general engineering male candidates? It's one of the questions asked.
See, we don't differentiate between the engineer and non-engineer at the initial shortlisting level. So last year it was 90 minimum, and sectional was 17 each 3 sections. So on the basis of that, I mean, some weightage has been decided by the admission committee, and whatever the decision taken by the admission committee, we call the candidate on the basis of shortlisting for their further selection process.
So the other question that the candidate has asked is, would work experience matter when it comes to admissions to the PGDM program? Because if it's a fresher and there is somebody with some experience, there is always a slight disparity.
No, we have, as I think Madam has also already informed that we have a ratio of 40-60 at the moment as a fresher and fresher and working people. So, I mean, at this initial stage, we don't give any, weightage to work experience, but certainly we have a component of work experience, and some weightages is being given to the candidate who have work experience as decided by the admission committee.
So I would like to add here, while shortlisting, we shortlist based on CAT percentile, but while preparing the final list, we do give certain points to work experience.
Okay. And there were the discussions of placement. So what type of roles can students expect? I mean, what are the roles that are generally given in placements? That's one of the questions.
So I would not be having all the details here. For that, applicants have to go to our website. We do upload our placement reports.
Okay. And we were, you were discussing about the internships and the partnership with the other program, international B schools, where there was a one semester or 3 months, exchange program. Yeah. So, what kind? Can you give some details on that, on how students go across, or how is this facilitated?
Yeah, so students have to show their interest that they are interested in exchange programs. So based on their academic performance and their interest, and I think a small interview, they are given, they are assigned one or other international campus, and that's how they make a selection. And then in second year, October, they go for international exchange program.
Okay. So the next question that has come is, what is the optimum work experience when selection is going on? So would a 5-year work experience be disadvantageous compared to 3 years, and so on?
So the a student, an applicant with 3 years work experience gets the maximum advantage. And then it decreases. I mean, the points that we give, to 3 years, we give maximum points. And then 2 years, 4 years, it decreases. 1 year and 5 year, it further decreases.
You were also saying that when placements go on, some of the students go in for entrepreneurship. Does the institute help them in finding out some direction, or is there any plan to incorporate some in the future some of the courses on entrepreneurship, because that's just one of the important fads that is going on?
Yes. So Prabha, we are going to start a center for entrepreneurship. Right now also we have a center where students actively participate and exchange ideas and interact with startups, interact with founders who have done their startups. And MDI is going to in the direction of starting a center also and promoting entrepreneurship in a bigger, in a different way, and so that more students get attracted towards it.
One of the students, please.
Yeah, just to add on to what ma'am said, that in the more organized manner we are going to promote entrepreneurship, but other than that, our students keep on participating in various entrepreneurship events which are happening across the country, and they have got a lot of appreciations, awards in that. In between, during their program stay in the campus, we actively are promoting the kind of competition within the groups. The students keep on interacting with faculty in terms of whenever they are contributing whenever they are presenting something in these events, they actively take advice, and faculty is more than happy to mentor them in those events. So even though organized activity is not happening in that sense completely, but a lot of unorganized things at the student level, at the faculty level, jointly is happening here.
Okay. One of the students has come back asking that their class 10 percentage is 62 and 12th is 91. So is there any points given to class 10th and 12th while you're shortlisting apart from the CAT? I mean, in the selections and all that. Does it have a bearing is what is asked.
Prabha, can you repeat this question?
Yeah, so the student says that would my class 10th and 12th percentage matter sometime in when the final selections are going on? Because those are also parameters that many B schools take.
It will matter. It does matter. And we believe in consistency of your academic performance. Please understand that your performance in 10th, 12th, consistency is the key here, and it will matter.
But
points are given for that.
Yes, but it does not mean that those who have got 60 or 70, they will not be selected. They may, do well in their CAT examination, and they may have some work experience. So all these, parameters are taken into consideration while we prepare the merit list. So in case somebody has 60 or 70, they can feel free to apply. I mean, they can apply also.
Yeah, the child actually has 60.
So the graduation criteria is 50%. So there also, you get points like between 50 to 60, you get 1 point, 60 to 72 points like that. But if you have performed well in 10th and 12th, you would have a little edge. Okay. It all depends on where you are performing well, and you will get, you will be able to score better marks, points in that particular criteria.
Okay, because the child has got 62 in 10th and 91 in class 12. So that's a small fear that they may miss the selection. So there's another question, and a child has already done a CFA level 1. So he says, would that get me any extra points during the final selection?
So when you do certain professional degree, CA, CFA, I mean, you naturally do well in your, your interview. You have that experience. You have that exposure. So extra points may not be given, but your experience would count there in terms of your interview performance.
Okay, and there's another question. What are the placement stats for the bottom 25% of the class? This is a question from one of the students, I guess. So
overall average, I have told you.
Yes.
So I would not talk about bottom. Overall average would be good enough indicator.
So yeah, so I guess the student doesn't want to.
And we don't consider as a bottom line. I mean, we don't consider any candidate or student who are applying and coming to MDI as bottom. So I mean, we are treating them all on top of it.
So yeah, the child is, I think, maybe wanting to find out whether when the placement comes, it's always many schools do take the toppers. They get the first chance at the placement. So I guess that is the question that actually was going to be asked.
No,
so
some companies may take it. I mean, some company may ask for a CGPA, but lots of companies are not asking for this kind of CGPA and all that.
Yeah. Okay. So would all the class 12th, 10th and all matter also in placements is what the other question that the child has?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Right. I think we've done with most of our questions that we've got across here. So, and the presentation also was very detailed and insightful. So students can check back the numbers and this thing. And one last question there. What should be our focus areas when we are going for MBA? So or a PGDM, what should we actually look for? How do you select a course, or how do you select a college? What should be the parameters? I guess that's what is the question.
If you are a candidate, I think you can look into you have to study the websites of the B schools. You have to look into the rankings, national NIRF ranking and other B schools ranking. And Professor Kishore also has something to add.
Yes. So if you look at the legacy of the institutes and the premiumness where, so I would say that a lot of institutes play on their past or the familiarity aspects. So we have a legacy of 50 years. So if you're looking at that, look at the past data, and typically history repeats in cycles. So you will find that an institute which is performing good in year 1, it follows year 2, 3, and so on. So it's happening in the similar way. So, but I would also request you that look at, there are very few institutes across the country which are considered to be premium by all the stakeholders. And when I mean the stakeholders, industry matters the most. So that way, look at the way how industry relevant programs are, whether a lot of the courses or the programs which are offered are contemporary in nature or not that. So that is one of the key factors which has to be there. Industry relevant things are the most important thing while deciding about how to decide about it. That's one of the most important factors.
And if a student is not very clear about what specialization, because they just don't know, because there is marketing, finance, and a lot of things. So how do they decide?
Yes. So in the PGDM year 1, there are core courses. And within a year, there is sufficient time based on going through multiple core courses. The student develop their interest in few courses more than the others. The first year itself gives them sufficient time to decide where their interest is, where they find that their skills would be more feasible, where they can relate more to it. So that 1 year itself gives them ample time to decide, and they decide where they want to do their major based on the electives they choose, which happens typically in the second year. So that's the way they predominantly decide. If they are not clear, 1 year itself gives them sufficient time to self-select where they want to pursue their future.
And one of the last questions is like, what should be the focus areas? Like, I mean, while you are actually studying a BGDM, how should you value add to your resume while you're doing and pursuing your course, so that you become somebody who's like valued during placements or pursuing a career? So according to you, what should be the focus
So
areas?
Prabha, we will answer that question once they are in our campus.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we're done with all the questions that we have had for today. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
giving
Thank
us.
you all, and good night.